Hey friends, it's Saturday. That means it's time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler, where you ask specific questions and I give specific answers. I'm Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother. Y'all know. Hang on. I can fix that. Okay, good. Y'all know this is my favorite live of the week because I love digging into your interesting questions. So, I see a lot of you here already. I'm so grateful to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being members. We really appreciate you. I'm going to get to every question that I see here. And before we get going, big shout out once again to IT John, who has reworked the studio when I came in this morning. So we'll see how things go. But we're expecting that you will be able to hear me loud and clear and without trouble. So let's go over to CardCam and get these readings going, shall we? All right. There we are. As you can see, boring, I know. But is it really boring or is it just awesome? Smith-Waite Tarot Deck, Centennial Edition in the tin. I don't even know how many copies of this I have. I have so many. So let's take a look and we'll see what we see. I will take these in the order that I see them. If I accidentally skip you, please let me know. It's not my intention to skip anyone. One question per person, please. And if you're here for the first time, you do have to subscribe in order to comment. So we will welcome you as a subscriber if you want a reading. All right, here we go. Julie, you are up first. Carolyn B., I love Rider-Waite cards. I do too. I mean, you know, like many people, my first deck was that Waite deck with the plaid back that came in the yellow box. And it was called the Rider Tarot, right? That was my very first deck. So yes, I love them too. Okay. And make sure I adore that deck. Thanks for introducing me to it. Well, good. Yes, I do too. All right. First up, Julie. Any advice from Lord Shiva at this time of festival? Let's take a look. Yes, meditate. Look within. I don't know what the theme of the festival is, but what you're being told to do is meditate and look within in order to find your happiness. All right. DH, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. This is great. I have a new spirit guide. That is so good. How can I best work with this guide? What are its intentions? Does it have an ego? Any further advice? Mixture, yes. The extra drawings are amazing. Yes. And in fact, she did so much artwork in the course of her life. There's a bunch. Obviously not in this deck, but there's a bunch that is now available for us to see, so we can really see how her art grew over time. Certainly. Okay. And Lumen says, I love the Rider-Waite deck because of the history of its maker. Tell us more if you want. We'd love to know, like, what specific thing makes you particularly happy there. We'd love to know. Okay, DH, new spirit guide. Okay, so I am trying to, with the cards, address DH's new spirit guide to get this information. So what can we say? This guide is here. This guide is here to help you in your own growth. This guide is here to help you think outside the box, to help you transform your pain into action, and to help you be who you really want to be on this planet. This guide was once human, I believe, and is ancestral, is related to you in your lineage. That's what I believe. Is there an ego particularly? Not really at this point, no. And even if there were, the investment, like anything that helps you, helps your guide and the whole ancestral line of how I see it. So the advice is to recognize that this guide is really going to push you in terms of how you show up in your community, how you show up in the world, and could be very helpful. This guide has known you since before you were born. Okay. Sundial 40, I heard Pamela Coleman Smith died a Catholic, which I think is so interesting considering they aren't too friendly with tarot. So that's interesting, right? Because, yeah, from my understanding, Pixie was Catholic from the very beginning, as was A.E. Waite. And of course, tarot literally comes out of Catholicism. Literally. That's why there's a Pope card. So it's so funny, that it's been so disavowed. It is such an interesting thing. Oh, Mixuir, you liked that reading for DH. Excellent, excellent. Let's hear what DH thinks about it, but thank you for that. I love that. I love that. Okay, and the medium that rocks, thanks for being here and thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. This week was terrible. I am so sorry. In our Friday weekly wrap-up yesterday, we saw that a bunch of people in this community had a tough week this week. Apparently, you among them. So let us know what question you have. Lumen, I love that she was Jamaican British, which gave me a sense of comfort and connection to the deck as my background is Jamaican, and I have family from the diaspora who now live in England. Thank you for sharing that. Thanks for sharing that personal connection. That's beautiful. Thank you. I love that for you, and I love that you shared that with us. All right, Jeannie Mnuchin, you're up next. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. The Creative Capital Grant doesn't come up for performance every year. My next opportunity may be in 2 or 3 years, which feels late in the timeline of play development. Should I try for now? Yeah. Given that, go ahead and try now. I know it's hard, I know it's a lot, but go ahead and try. It's got possibility. Oh, Teresa, what people are feeling, thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member and a moderator. What people are feeling is the Mars-Uranus square. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So yes, Jeannie, you should do that. Is there a chance of finding a director this month for my solo play to strengthen the application? And could it be the following people? Could it be the following people? I think you should ask the following people, yes. Might one of them agree? I don't know. You may need to expand your circle here. Can you find a director this week? This is the hard thing, and I think this is why we initially said maybe not this year. Where do you get your director? It may not be one of the people you mentioned, but there's someone you know that could do it. So you need to really put on your thinking cap and look for that. So yeah, I guess you're under a time crunch. Go find your director. And yes, that would strengthen your application for sure. All right. Nalini Kalu, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Thanks for using members only emojis. Mark called me yesterday. How is he really doing and how does he feel about me? And is he in love with a new person? He's doing all right. He's doing all right. Not the best. How is he feeling about you? I mean, I think that he would like you, he wants you to belong to him. And it bothers him that you don't. But I feel like that's a lot more about property rights than it is about love. Just saying. And is he with someone new? Is he in love with a new person? I think eternally, always. There's always got to be something that he's putting his attention to. But is that really love? I don't know. Okay. 64, Amy Penn. Okay, the niece said that the daughter doesn't want any communication. What is going on in her head or just in her husband's? And I think when we say her here, you're not talking about the niece, you're talking about the daughter. So that's what I'm going to do. What's going on in your daughter's head? And with Justin, her husband, well, this is where we wonder, with Justin, her husband, do we wonder if there's something really unhealthy there? Do we wonder? I mean, there's a lot of reasons that the younger generation may not want contact with the older generation, and I understand that. But for Justin, like sometimes a partner will try to carve the person away from everybody else in order to have like complete control. Is that what Justin is doing? Yes. I think this is not so much a case of a real generational issue. I'm wondering, and excuse me for saying it, and it's heavy, but I'm wondering if this is coming from Justin and if this is one of those cases. And Amy says, yes, daughter's head. If this is one of those cases of a partner trying to cut away so that that person belongs entirely with Jason. Justin, excuse me. I think that may be what's happening. I wonder if you've seen signs that your son-in-law could be like that. When we look at your daughter is really just trying to get through day to day. And when your daughter says, well, I don't want contact with my parents, I think that makes her sad, but I think she knows that's what she has to do in her current situation. How does she feel about her current situation? She's not happy about it, but she's not really ready to do anything about it either. So what can you do? Just love her, be her mother, love her. Don't take this personally. Don't make this be about you. My guess is at this point that this is happening because of some suffering going on there. And just be ready. Just be ready when the time comes to be helpful to her. Make sure you've been through this too, right? The last cis dude you dated tried to isolate you as well. Yep. Yeah, my guess is that's part of what's going on here. So there's that. Okay. Adrija Roy, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. How will the month of March and April look like in terms of love? So I feel like you're trying to be really smart about your choices. And there are, some people here and there, but I feel like, you are waiting for that right thing, and there it is. And maybe you have it, maybe you don't, but that's what you want. You want that right thing. And so March, April, and any other month until you find that right thing is really going to be about, are you this or are you not? Are you this or are you not? And, it could happen any moment that you will be with that right person. Maybe you already are. I do not know. But you're being really, really clear about not settling, and that's appropriate. All right, Mixu and Michelle, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. I'm getting more back on my taxes than expected. Well, that's nice. Should I use the money to pay down debt, take a course, don't know what yet, save it, or something else I'm not thinking of? StarCon. Come to StarCon next year. Just saying, just want to plant that bug in your ear. Happy Saturday to you. Okay. So, pay down debt would be the smart and logical thing to do. Take a class, something else, pay down debt. And paying down debt will give you more financial freedom in the future, so it's still a good thing. Pay down debt. Okay. Sundial 40, good to see you. Does my long-lost friend still think of me and possibly want me in their life again? Or would it cause them distress if I reached out, or both? All right. All right, here we go. So I'm just thinking about how I want to do this. So let's just see. Does this person think of you? Yes. Would this person want you in their life? Yes. If you reached out, how would they feel about it? It would be a little weird and a little distressing, yes. And I love that you say both. But let's just say, should you reach out? I think you're thinking about reaching out. I think you want to reach out. If you reached out, I think it might cause a little distress, but I think it's the right thing. And I think whatever distress is caused would be worked out, which would be the point of reaching out. So I'm going to say, I mean, it's always a gamble, but I'm going to say reaching out is probably the right thing. Ayush Kumar, and I know I'm pronouncing your name wrong, and I'm so sorry. Can the cards tell me if there's something in my love life this month? So I think, yes. I mean, I think there's a person that you're interested in. I think there's a question about, is this compatible? Is this going to work? But there is definitely something here you want to explore. And assuming this other person wants to explore it as well, I'd explore it. Trey Cameron, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Will I be able to reach sea level at some point? Let's take a look. It's going to take time and energy and be frustrating to get there, but yes, if you want it, you can do that. Yes. All right. Deepika, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Can the cards tell me what my vindictive ex is up to now? Okay. Sorry you have one of those. Yeah, always wants the fight, always wants the battle, wants to make you miserable. And so we'll look at ways, maybe on social media, maybe by talking to people, we'll look at ways to say things that make you feel bad. It would be good. Like this person could keep going for a long time and is just always an angry individual and never self-reflective. So I think what you have to do is learn not to let this person get to you. And any person who believes the filth that this person would spread about you is not your friend anyway, because the people who know you know what's real. Sorry you're going through that. All right, Lumen, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I want to ask about my sister. What is she going through right now, and what is the best way to get through to her? Will my usual straightforwardness work or a different approach? So, I always wonder when people say to get through to someone, I need to get through to someone. Like, that means that language says something. And maybe it says something different, obviously when it's typed, there's a different inflection, but I have my eye on that language, I just have to say. And I'll be right with you. Kristen Louise, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. I hope to be able to read as quickly and fluently as you do. Life goals. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That's one of the reasons we do this and have Card Cam. I'm not saying that the way I work is right for everyone, but I think it is sort of helpful for people to see the cards and see how I interpret them. You might interpret them differently. You would interpret them differently, but I appreciate that. Okay, so Lumen, what's up with your sister right now? She is definitely in a place of, look at that. 3 major arcana cards, 2 of them reversed. She's going through some big stuff. Some of it may be related to family stuff. There may be some generational issues and family stuff that she's healing from. She may be talking to someone who's not a great influence for her. She, I think, is trying to learn and grow, but there is a lot of anger and upset within her right now. So the idea of getting through to her, what is it that you want to get through to her about? Like, I feel like you have a specific message that you want her to hear, And apparently you've tried and she's not hearing it. And my question is, why is it important that she hears what you have to say? I think that you're concerned for her well-being and maybe, the well-being of the family in some way. But are you the person to fix this? You want to try to be. It's in your mind to try to be. So, okay. Will your usual straightforwardness work? Hasn't so far. And isn't likely to in the future. What is the different approach? You need a different approach. What is that approach going to be? Patience. Patience. Be patient. And, and here's the thing. Every time, historically, someone asks in a reading about how to get through to someone, what comes up in the cards is, dial back on that energy completely. What you need to do is really be patient with the situation. And that's going to be hard. You have to have, good boundaries for yourself. But think about this as a long game. Nothing here is going to be handled swiftly. You would like to see change or understanding swiftly. Not happening. Not happening. So be patient and play this as the long game is what you need to do. Will things be better in the future? Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Okay, hope that's helpful. I know this is hard. Oh, Carolyn B., so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I noticed this. I've enrolled in 4 of your classes on card and craft, and they are really good. Thank you so much. I've noticed that you have, and I really appreciate that support. And, a lot of people don't know that I have a lot of pre-recorded classes. I mean, I have them here for free, but I also have more in-depth pre-recorded classes that you can buy, as Carolyn has done. So yeah, I really appreciate that you're doing that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh, good, Lumen. Thank you. It's very helpful. Good. That's what I needed to hear. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And y'all, friends, if I say something that's not helpful, feel free to tell me and I'll try to fix it, right? But yeah, I know this is a hard situation. All right, Caroline McLaughlin, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Happy Saturday to you. Glad you're here. The next question is the medium that rocks. And again, thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Okay. Here we go. Sorry. Takes me a minute sometimes. My son appears manic. He's lost the support of his girlfriend who has asked me to get his things. He has untreated bipolar, and being an adult, my hands are tied. I am so sorry, so sorry. Advice from the cards, please. And I mean, clearly you're involved since you're getting his things. Does he live with you? Like, what's up with that? When I look at your son, this is so hard, and it's the untreated part. I mean, he is definitely cycling. He absolutely is. And, I think you're in an interesting position because you want to sort of help him, wrap him in bubble wrap so he doesn't hurt himself beyond, what he's already done. But on the other hand, you don't want to enable him. This person needs treatment. Needs treatment. There's no question this person needs treatment. And the thing is, you suffer from a certain amount of mom guilt. And we all do. I mean, if we have kids, guilt comes along with that package inappropriately. Because the mothers who should feel guilty never do. And those of us who do never should. So I think what you have to do is no mom guilt. He is an adult, and that's the point. Your hands are tied. If there's something you can do that helps him, that might maybe protects him legally or whatever, that's great. But basically, hopefully in a controlled way, you're going to have to let him suffer the consequences of his actions, because that's the only thing that will potentially cause him to accept his situation and get treatment. This is very, very, very difficult. I do not envy you this one bit, and I'm really sorry. But basically, what you can and should do for him is as little as possible, because you don't want to enable this. He needs to have great loss, like ideally, like we don't want loss of life, we don't want loss of limb, we don't want loss of legal privilege. So if you have to protect him in those big ways. But beyond that, he cannot be shielded from the consequences of his actions. And his primary action is to refuse treatment. I think you also have to lay out to him that you will do every possible thing in your power to assist him in the process of getting treatment if he agrees to that. Beyond that, not much you can do, and I'm so sorry, it's hard. Right, the truth stick is here. Yes, note the truth stick, says Justine. Absolutely, yes. Yes, we've got two versions of the truth stick here, and there it is. Absolutely. So sorry. Oh, Sundial 40, loving that wisdom on mom guilt. Even though I'm just a cat mom, I suffer from this. And now I feel like a good cat mom from what you said. Right. If you feel guilty, you're doing the best you can. None of us is perfect. With cats, there really aren't cat therapists, so we don't have to worry about that too much. But with our human children, we will all give our human children something to tell their therapist, without a doubt. And, if you have guilt, it's probably because you're doing the best you can, but the guilt doesn't really help. So there you go. All right. Diana Price, so good to see you. Thanks for being a member here. We appreciate you. I'm facing 3 possible housing choices. From farthest north to south, up north is A, then B and C, the most southern in a particular state. Which is best, and should I avoid any at all? Okay, I love the way you laid this out for me, Diana. You know me well enough to know how I like to work. Thank you. So I can just go in and say A, B, and C. And there we go. All right. A, B, C. We like B and C better than A. Both B and C have potential problems, but they both have good things about them as well. So if we look at B and C, I'm going with B. I like B best. Good luck. Okay. Carolyn B., so good to see you. Thank you so much. And again, thank you for taking those classes. Really appreciate it. Thanks for being a member. A message from your spirit guide. Yeah, it is good for you to keep learning and growing. The learning and growing that you're doing is not easy, and it's showing up in a lot of different ways because there has been hurt, because there has been conflict, because there has been difficulty. But as you grow, you lean into love. You learn to love yourself, and that makes it easier to love others. This also helps you financially. So the journey you're on is difficult, but you're doing it well, and it's taking you in a good direction, so don't give up. All right. Okay, Febborn, good to see you. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. I'm tired and ready to move on. Will this ever happen? Oh, yeah, it will. There's that same card again. Absolutely, it will. You will figure it out. It will take time, but you will figure it out. And there may be these organizations. I'm not seeing these as individuals, but I'm seeing them as organizations who can help you. And with Febborn, like, how long will it take? It's going to take some time. It's taking a lot longer than you want it to, and that's causing you so much anxiety. But it will happen, so you're in it for the long haul. Just do it. It'll take time, but it's okay. Adriana Blanche, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. If I apply for the DRO before April, would this be approved and my debts be forgiven after 12 months? If you do this, will that happen? Very likely, yes. Yes, and obviously that sounds like a good thing to do. I think the application may be difficult, but I think it's worth doing. Justine, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Earlier this week, I awoke to a very vivid and pleasant dream, which is pretty unusual for me. I smoke too much pot to remember them usually. Understood. In this dream, I believe someone from my long ago past came to visit me, so I'm wondering if you can confirm. Chris Estrada, is that really you? And are you coming here to help me with what I think you are? P.S. I think my clairaudient muscle has been getting a lot stronger lately. Like I can hear the insights coming in louder. Are you seeing this in the cards or should I go see a doctor? Okay, no, fair. Okay. All right, here we go. And Justine, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you so much. Thanks for being a member and a moderator. Okay. So I'm going to work backwards here. Your clairaudient muscle is definitely getting louder. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Just remember, okay, 75% of what you think you know, you know. The other 25% is just the crap that comes in, so you'll get better at sorting that out. That's for all of us, right? And this dream, is this what you think it is? Yeah, I'm willing to say it absolutely is. Absolutely, yes, exactly as you think. I think so. All right. A penny for your thoughts. Thank you for your kind words. My ex-husband is piggybacking on my income from my MLM company. Can I get rid of him, or shall I find a new MLM and start over? Honestly, you could do both. You could do both, either or. If you start something new, that's going to take time and that will be difficult. To get rid of him, I feel like there's got to be a way. You've got to have another associate where you can just add him to their downline instead of yours. And I think it's reasonable to do that. He should have thought of doing that. So if there's a way, I would do that for sure. But in the end, maybe it's both. Maybe it's first one, then the other. Seriously. Okay. Oh, the medium that rocks is Kimmy's Divination Station. I did not know that. Very good. Okay. Okay, hang in there. Hang in there. Okay. Rose, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Okay. Chronic condition. I will check with the doctor. Okay, right. And everyone, yeah. I am happy to give my opinion, but I want to make sure that a person gets a doctor's opinion and values the doctor's opinion over mine. And so Rose is telling me that yes, we know this and that's what we're doing. And okay, Rose, I'll be there in a minute. A penny for your thoughts. I feel like he's stealing from me with the company's blessing. Is that true, or is he just in your downline because he was in your downline? Is that is he really stealing? I think that's an interesting question. And if he's not, it would probably be good to release that sense of it. Because I feel like there's a lot he did steal from you. There's a lot. He really is stealing? Okay, well then that's a whole different thing, If he is actually stealing and the company isn't doing anything about it, that is irritating, right? And if you can't get rid of him, and I think there is a way to get rid of him, I don't mean kill him, But I think there is a way to get rid of him in this situation. But you might want to go to another company, but do not get me started on my opinion of MLMs to begin with. It would not surprise me if there was shady stuff going on there, because in my opinion, it's shady from the beginning. So in a way, that doesn't surprise me. Okay, so yeah, you definitely want to get that straightened out, for sure. All right, now, Rose, here we go. For a chronic condition, which method is best? P, E, or something else? I think you should try E. You're taking P now, you don't like the side effects. Try E if the doctor agrees. All right, Martha. Penny for your thoughts, it's shady. Right, yeah, but it's my income. I've worked for 20 years for this, yeah. Yeah, so I think you kind of got to do it and deal with the fact that it is shady. And it probably is good to get with a different company to be able to stop this if you can. But again, I still feel like there's a way to stay with this company and get rid of your husband in that context. I think there's a way. I think you can figure it out. And I think the way to figure it out is get your emotion out of it. I think the emotion makes it hard for you to see what you need to see. All right. Okay, Martha Vink, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. The next question I see is Santiago. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I'd like to know what I can expect in regards of love in my near future. I'm single right now. All right. I think there's definitely opportunity for dating and connection. I think what you're looking for is a real partner. Like, you're not just looking to get laid, you're looking for a partner. So opportunity to get laid is there. Partnership, the opportunity is also there, but it takes longer and it takes a level of trust that I feel like you're just beginning to develop. Oh, interesting feedback. Diana, B is my first choice. Nicest, less than a half a mile from grocery stores, Planet Fitness, mall and a park. Yeah, I like B too, yeah. And Rose, thank you. E is what I've been leaning toward. Yep, perfect. All right, here we go. Martha Vink, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. As I plan for my retirement, which should I be putting time into? Buying land on which I can build my dream home or buying an already built house? Maybe 5 years to retirement. And thanks for using members only emojis. Okay. Buying land and building your dream home, buying a house. You want to buy land and build your dream home. If you don't get to do that, it's going to make you sad. You want to do that. It's what you want. And I think you have people telling you it's not practical. You could be happy just buying a house and then you could kind of retrofit it the way you want. But I think you should try to work it out to buy the land and build the house you want. Seriously. All right. Michelle F., good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Happy Saturday to you. My partner and I are talking about moving in together soon. Okay. We both like our independence and have talked about how best to make this work. I'm wondering how this initial trial period will go and if there's anything else I should know going into this. So I think you can make this work. I think the key is, look, we've got two twos. It's perfect there. The key is honesty, communication, and be clear about what your hard no's each are. Like what can you tolerate and what do you absolutely hate? Be clear about those things. But I like this. I encourage it. As long as you do it with good communication and respect and a sense of humor, I think it could go very well. And I think it could be the beginning of a wonderful thing. Okay. Oh, Diana Price, thanks for that feedback. Martha Vink, thank you for that feedback. All right. Next up is Barbie Bird. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. In regard to a new job, do I see any legal roadblocks for the internal company for the internal job you're hoping to apply for? Okay. Yeah, there may be a roadblock to that. It may be hard and there may be a way around it. There may be a roadblock, but there may be a way around it. And am I more likely to find a new role within my current company or outside? New role in current company, outside position, new role in current company, outside position, new role in current company, outside position. So, both are a little difficult, to be honest with you. Both are a little difficult. Let me get this so everyone can see it. Okay. So, I feel like an internal position is going to be easier to get, but it may not be the position you want. They may keep you too small. I feel like an outside job, ultimately and in the long run, might allow for more growth. And the way to do that would be with networking, but it may take a while to do it. So honestly, Barbie, it may be first one, then the other. You get a new job internally, work that for a while, and then ultimately leave the company. That may be how it goes. Oh, this is very interesting. Dr. Aled, Robin Renee, so good to see you. I dreamt that my son's expected baby is my father reincarnated. What do the cards say about that? I don't know if it's really a true, there's something here, and I don't know if it's true, literally true, or if it's this opportunity for generational healing, and that's what you're told, or both. So, literally true, opportunity for generational healing, both. I'm going to say maybe not literally true, but definitely an opportunity for generational healing. Definitely. Smile Soul 20, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Glad you're here. Hang on, I just overscrolled. Give me a sec. Here. Will I have a good work week for this coming week? There will be some ups and downs. You need to be prepared for some ups and downs and one bitchy woman. You may be able to head off some problems at the pass by staying away from known bitches and making sure everything is exactly in order. So it's not going to be perfect, but it will be okay. And there's your warning to make it better. Oh, Barbie, thanks for that feedback. That makes sense. Okay, good. Michelle F., thank you for the feedback. All righty. Allie Mammon, good to see you. Are my friends being disappointed with me not growing up as a sign the universe is giving me? If so, what is it apart from the obvious taking responsibility for myself? I think you are taking responsibility for yourself. I think what they're calling not growing up is you not doing some things that are expected, but not necessarily necessary to adulthood. I think y'all need to redefine internally, externally, with one another and for yourself, what does growing up mean and what does it have to look like? So I would dig into this more. I would not just accept that as, oh yeah, that's true. I feel like you have to look into this a little bit more, my friend. And I think it's a sign to not let people tell you what to do necessarily. All right. Zainab Ali, good to see you. Akil's feelings and next actions for you. I think there's been some hurt here and some upset. And so I'm not sure that there necessarily will be next actions, is the way that shows up. Okay, blessed girl, you're next to be next. Next up is CB Muz. Good to see you. My daughter Danny is home for a break and for several doctor's appointments and tests for this recurring illness. I'm so sorry. What can we expect moving forward? Leave school, surgery. So let's see, where is this taking? And it's so hard. And please understand, if leaving school is what happens, there will also be a return to school. So leaving school would be temporary. And that might be what is necessary, but it's temporary. Remember that. Is there potentially a surgery? I'm not sure about a surgery, maybe. So, when we look at this, where is this all going to go? I feel like they're still not sure. I think it's going to take some time, but there will be healing and this will be okay in the end. So you have to be patient. This is a long game. And I'm sorry you're going through it. I'm sorry she's going through it. Oh, Allie Mammon, I appreciate it very much. This makes my heart lighter. Good, good, right, yeah. All right, blessed girl, good to see you. What is coming toward me this month? A real desire to avoid anxiety and ridiculousness. And I think it's not so much what's coming towards you, it's how are you going to respond to the things in your life this month. And you're going to start responding in a different way by avoiding the repetitive problems that you can't fix anyway, and it's probably the right thing to do. Avoid. Okay, Gemini Sun, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a moderator. We really appreciate you. What year will you get married? Well, will it be this year? Probably not. Will it be 25? 26? What? Maybe not till 27? Is that possible that it would take that long? Yeah, could be, I suppose. But yeah, 27 is what I'm seeing today. Obviously, that could change. Cassandra, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. I'm wondering how my appointment will go on the 16th and the days following that. We'll take a look. And thank you for using members-only emojis. Okay, so how will it actually go on the 16th? Fine. Absolutely fine. There's something there you're not excited about, but it's going to be fine. And how will the days after go? Potentially better than expected. It's okay. This is fine. Lisa E., good to see you. Thanks for being here. How's my first date with a certain someone going to go this week? I'm not even sure it's going to happen. And if it doesn't happen, okay. If it does happen, there might be some issues or concerns there. So just be on your guard, as you should. Be on your guard. Okay. Vaishali, good to see you. Please give me guidance for my upcoming exams in April. Recently, my health was not good and I was unable to complete my study goals for this week. I need strength. Thank you. So first of all, the exams are not until next month. I know you need to get ready, but your health needs to come first. And when we look at your health, there is an issue here. You have to rest and take care of yourself and follow doctor's orders and not meet your study goals and be okay with that. You have to do that. Once you get back to studying, you'll be able to study and pass your tests. But right now, your health is the most important thing, and that's what you have to focus on if you have a prayer of passing. So, health first, then studying. Good luck. Okay, Science Giant, good to see you. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. What do the cards say about me getting a raise at work when my managers meet on Wednesday? There's a good likelihood it could happen. There's a real possibility that indeed it will happen. Hallelujah. All right, Liz Harrison, good to see you. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for being a member. I don't actually have a question, but just wanted to tell you how much we appreciate all you do for this community, and I'm so grateful to be a part. Thank you for everything. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Really appreciate that and appreciate you. Okay, here we go. Free Shadow, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. We appreciate you. I would like a card to give me direction regarding to keep writing my dystopian novel or move over to my idea for a sci-fi fantasy novel. All right, well, I think both of them have to come into fruition eventually. But the dystopian novel you're working on right now, you must finish this novel. It's good. You must finish this. You must finish this. Your idea for a sci-fi fantasy novel, also a good idea. Here's what you need to do. I believe you need to stop for 1 second and at least outline or get your characters down or do some basic rudimentary work to save your sci-fi fantasy novel ideas. So get that sketched out, get the bones of it, then go back, finish this novel, then go back and finish that one, obviously. No, seriously, that's how it shows up for me. I'm being a pain in your butt. But yeah, no, I think that's what you need to do, in my opinion. All right, Teresa, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Next week, we'll feel so much better with the new moon tomorrow and Venus going into her sign of exaltation in Pisces on Monday. Hallelujah day. Diana, good to see you. Thanks for being here. What is my destined career path? And I'm not sure that everyone has a destined career path, but let's take a look and see what we see. Yeah, I mean, if I had to look at that, I would say, I don't know, stay-at-home mom, maybe. But I think you really are looking. So then I wonder, what about being a nanny? But should you think about a destined career path? Should you even think about that? Maybe something in real estate. I think there's right livelihood, what would be best for you. Destined career path, though, I don't know. I would look towards something involving real estate, home decor, or something that helps families, like being a nanny, or maybe even a family counselor, something like that, maybe. But I would look at it from a more practical perspective, like cost and time and what can you do well. I would look at it more practically, I think. All right, and best of luck with that. Yolanda, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Mark is probably doing an assignment in DC this summer for 3 to 4 months. How will this affect Jenna and me? All right. So if Mark is out of the household for a lot of the time in the summer, I mean, no shade, but I don't feel like it's going to affect you that much. I feel like for Jenna, it could really be a good thing. I feel like it changes the energy in a way and could be good for Jenna. And if it's good for Jenna, it could be good for you. So there it is. Oh my gosh, Justine, you rewatch the Saturday Psychic Sampler on 3/4 speed to look at why I'm saying what I'm saying with the cards. I love that. I'm glad you do that. Oh, and Carolyn B., I've taken other tarot courses and I've learned more in your courses. Yes. Oh, that makes me happy. Thank you. Okay. Matrika, you're up next. Will I find my life partner this year? I think if you're actively looking, you're going to have to get rid of, it's a needle in a haystack, so you got to get rid of all the hay, But I think it's very possible that you could. Yeah. Okay, and George, you're up next. Can I know what X's next, what S's next action toward me will be? If there's money owed, money will be paid. And so like whatever is owed will be handled. Okay. And Emily, good to see you. Thanks for being here. And will I find a job soon? Not as soon as you would like. It's going to take a little bit of time, but yes, within the next 3 months, I believe you will. Mariana, is it a good idea to reach out to my ex? No, probably not. Probably not. Like, this is what you're thinking it will be, but this is what it will really be. So no, I wouldn't. Ben Lieber does tarot. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. And thanks for being a moderator. Oh, Science Giant. I did not see this in time. I'm so sorry. This is going back to Diana's question, Diana Price's question, where we did ABC. Can I ask for an explainer about housing choice C instead of B? It was the reverse 10 of Cups on the Magician. I read that as it's your dream house, but it will need some work. So here's the thing. The reverse 10 of Cups can really talk about uncomfortable family stuff. And the Magician can talk about tricksters. So that's where I went with that. I hope that helps. Okay, just making sure I don't miss anyone. Okay. Gemini's son, known bitches. I love you. Yeah, I love you too. You know that. You know that. Okay, Teresa, here is the next question. Teresa, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member and a moderator and using members only emojis. You're up next. Yolanda, you didn't ask if he was definitely going. No, you didn't. You asked if he went, what would the impact be? And that's the question I answered. Do I think he's definitely going? I don't know that it's definite yet. I think it's likely, but I wouldn't say definite, but likely. Okay. So Teresa, here we go. Should I go with A, B, C, or any combination of the three choices regarding the dental work I want to have done? All right. A, B, C. A combination of A and B, please. A combination of A and B. All right. Ben, presentation idea. Is that for StarCon 5? Maybe. Oh, Free Shadow. Got it. That's very helpful. I was obsessing over this. Good. Glad. And thanks for using members only emojis. And Sierra, good to see you. What is coming toward me in love this year? I'm single. I think you're really looking for a real partner. And something's coming towards you this year that at least could be fun. I don't know if it's a real partner, but I think you want a real partner. So I could see you trying to make it work with someone that you couldn't possibly make it work with. So be careful about that. Don't waste time. Don't waste time on Mr. or Ms. right now when you're looking for Mr. or Ms. right. That's the advice. Okay, Dishy654. What future events will happen this year? Well, plenty. But one thing you might want to look out for regarding a love relationship, if you are single, that's very likely to change. If you are not single and you don't have kids, I should see a kid. I could see a kid. But there is something here about difficulty and the need for healing. So wherever healing is needed, you're going to have to pay attention to that. And Teresa, you have been a member at the stars level for 26 months. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Oh, Ben, you guessed it. StarCon 5 indeed. Yay! Yay! Okay. Diane Ravel, good to see you. I'm trying to expand my spiritual abilities, specifically trying to clear my throat chakra so my light language can come through. Do you see this happening this year? I think if you work on it, I think so. Yeah. Joyous Ocean, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Okay. The next question I see is, Pen, I was going to ask what presentation idea I should work on as I have 3, but I'm just going to do all 3. Okay, talk to me. Science shot. Oh, Malician as illusionist. And that reverse 10 signifies unrest at home. Got it. Thanks, Tarot Fairy Godmother. Thank you. I was glad. I'm sorry I didn't see it when you asked it. I apologize. I'm watching it, but I'm watching so many screens now. You have no idea. So I'm sorry I missed it, but I'm glad we were able to do that and get that cleared up. That's good. Okay. Oh, no, I did see it, Diane. I did. Diana Price, I did see all your feedback. I didn't read it aloud in the interest of time, but I saw it and I thank you. Okay. Joyous Ocean, here we go. I wrote an article. And it was so deeply edited. It lacked some integrity. I don't want to know if I should push for them to edit it so I can share it, because right now I won't share it even though it's available on the internet. Oh, and Science Giant and Diana Price. I love that you're practicing together. That's good. So, Joyous Ocean, if you don't mind, because I know you're here right this minute, can you clarify that question for me? There's a piece of it I don't really understand. So would you mind rephrasing just the question part, like the part I'm actually reading on? That will help me, and as soon as I see it, I will answer it, and if I don't see it, I'll struggle through and answer it anyway. But if you cannot appreciate it, and meanwhile, Milk and Honey Tarot, what's next in my work life? They usually don't let anyone go, so they say, but what do you see? Okay. Honestly, I feel like next in your work life, maybe being on a new team or having a promotion or elevation in some way. But yeah, I mean, you will not leave this place unless you choose to leave this place. I don't think they'll get rid of you. Okay, thank you, Joyous Ocean. Really appreciate you. I want to know if I should push them to edit the article or leave it alone. Perfect, got it. Leave it alone, because if you push them to edit it, they're still not going to do it, so leave it alone. I'm sorry. I hate it when that happens. So Milk and Honey, your contract is ending in June. Oh, Joyce Ocean, I know they can. I just don't think they will. Okay, you got it. Okay, good. Good. Okay. So then, all right. From my perspective, we've gotten through every question. If I accidentally missed you, please reiterate your question. If you're here and have not yet asked a question, it is last call for readings, y'all. And Joyous Ocean, man, my heart is with you on that. Big time sad face. I hate it when I'm badly edited. There is nothing I hate more than being, well, there's probably many things I hate more, but I can work up a big mad about being badly edited. I totally get where you're coming from. I just don't feel like they'll do anything about it. I'm so sorry. So sorry. All right, my friends. We have a class coming up Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, contradictory cards. We're going to play with that. You know what I'm talking about, where two cards that come up together and they don't make sense together, or the card doesn't easily make sense in answer to the question. All those WTF readings that we get, we're going to talk about them on Thursday. Right, Diana Price, being badly edited hurts. That's your baby, exactly. Penny, for your thoughts, thanks for being here. I really do one question per person, so bring that back another time. All right, my friends, I'll be back Monday morning with your 3-card weekly reading. Make sure you hit that bell for our class on Thursday so you don't forget. Make sure you like this video. Thank you to everyone. Special shout out to the members and the moderators. I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you so much. All right, that's it for me. Take care. Have a great day.